Hey everyone, this podcast is part of Story Mode, the podcast network of Gamefully Unemployed. You can support us and gain access to other great exclusive podcasts at patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. That's patreon.com/GAMEFULLY unemployed, which is spelled like it sounds.
Hello, traveler, and welcome to Choose Your Own Misadventure, starring Katie Willert, Tom Reimann, Christian Ramirez, Katie Goldin, David Bell, and Jane Adams. Today's game is Legacy of Dragonhold. Let us begin.
You guys ready to get fucked up?
Yeah, we ready to...
Yeah, we're recording.
To complete
When
this
will
adventure?
this fucking game end?
I think soon.
Oh.
We're on our last day.
Is it still
Thank
Bean
Christ.
Week?
I think Bean Week is
We're
past.
done with Bean Week. I can't ever go back to Bean Week
Yeah,
as much as we want
it's
to.
just memories now.
Every other
Yes.
week is Bean Week in
The
this
memories
universe.
of Bean Week.
I'll never forget when what's-her-name held aloft a bean
The
fork.
bean hook.
The bean hook.
The Bean
The bean tine. For tuning the beans.
Now, beans always have to be in tune. Don't want to create disharmonious sounds. All right. Let's get back into the adventure. Woohoo! All right. Sometime in the hour or so before you wake, a brief but vigorous thunderstorm shakes the village, bringing blessed relief from the heat with it. You rise feeling quite refreshed, considering, then wash and dress before going downstairs. Okay. If story point J1 is marked,
Is that the child we killed?
I think. Man, what
Due
kid
to
did
our
we kill?
negligence and greed.
Yeah.
Right.
Nope, J1 is not marked.
Like, oh, time is up. That's since you say, let's genocide some goblins.
Yeah. So we've done nothing right.
No.
Almost nothing.
No.
No.
Virtually almost
I mean,
nothing.
we killed those goblins really well.
And then we got...
Bless you.
So we got fucked up on shrooms, which I think was correct.
Yeah.
We did. That was definitely the right
do that
choice.
once, or did we do that
I
twice?
think we did it
Multiple
twice.
times.
Twice, yeah.
At least 2 times.
We
if not
also
more.
spent half a day meditating.
Yeah.
We
Right.
did, yeah.
We were a pretty good wedding party.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2
You know.
in a day. We
Yeah.
had 2
That's
weddings.
true.
2 just old people.
The old people and then...
Oh, that's right. Those 2 old bastards.
Tried to run the train on one of their daughters.
Yep.
Yep.
Mm.
She was crying.
Rubbing
At
their
the wedding.
papery
The weepy
skin
daughter.
together in their marital bed.
Woo!
Yep.
All right. There you are. I don't know. Cries Celise as you reach the common room.
Oh, so
She is seated at your regular table with a cup of wine in front of her.
Hell yeah.
Jesus.
Hang on. Which one is Celise? She's
Celise
the...
owns the inn,
Okay.
right?
Celise
Celise
she's
is our friend who invited us to
That's
drag.
right.
Right.
Right. Safi owns
Sapphire.
the inn. Safi owns the
Yeah.
inn.
Celise is like the elf lady.
That's
who's like,
right.
go save the boy. And we're like, we killed the boy. And she's like, I'm a little disappointed.
Yeah, she's hiding in the library behind a stack
Yeah.
of books,
Celise is
literally.
also trans.
Sipping some tea. Yes.
Oh, okay, that's
That's
right.
true.
She's also a day drinker. I like this
She
lady.
is a morning drinker.
It's 6 o'clock in the morning.
mimosas.
And she's got boxed wine.
and her own breakfast looks untouched.
Oh, yeah.
So she
just
has a
there to
breakfast
drink.
and she's just getting turned.
It's more of like a decorative breakfast. Like, yes, it's wine with my breakfast that I haven't
you
touched.
do eat with your eyes.
Well, these are-
You do. That's
Just
true.
sometimes you don't
for
get
later
past
to
that.
soak
up the alcohol. That's
right.
So she can walk outside.
She uses a fried egg to dab her lips. It's just
These are waxed eggs. You sit, and Sapphire delivers a fresh platter of whipped cream, blueberries, and steaming hot griddle cakes. Celise places a carefully written folded note in front of you as you tuck in. It's your formal invitation to the Countess's masquerade ball tonight, she says.
masquerade.
A masquerade?
Well, how are we going to find a tux that fits Garfield? Guys.
On
such
be
short
busting
notice.
at the seams,
Yeah.
fur poking out everywhere, his gut just like making
We'll
that
have to
sound as he walks
stitch
around,
several
like,
tuxedos together. We'll just tie a tuxedo around you like a
Yeah.
sweatshirt.
Yeah. Paint it on. Like
yeah.
one of those
Yeah.
like body paints that look like things, but then you can see his penis.
Yep.
I'm
Just
sure
fully
everyone
out.
at the masquerade will enjoy that.
Yeah.
You'll have to put on a mask and eat all of Regina's best food and dance the night away for no reason at all. Not that terrible. She leans back in her seat. But you must come masked. Nobles take these things very seriously. Okay, we have two options. We can ask, what's the occasion? Or we can say, I don't have a mask to wear.
I mean, we do not have masks.
We can't lie,
we?
Tom.
I don't see why Garfield
We
can't
could
tear
lie.
a face off of somebody and wear it.
I'm
Like
sure
that
that's
Dwight in The Office. Where
Yeah.
he's like,
So, okay, I say we just ask who it's for just to have information. Then I'm sure it'll
Yeah.
have us loop around again to be like, we don't have masks.
Yeah,
Fair
you
enough.
probably can ask both, and that's not going to cost
All right.
us time.
5457.
That's just my opinion.
Yeah,
We don't have to do
it's reasonable.
Jeez, you're so demanding.
that. I know.
Really just grabbing control of this scenario.
I know. This mic smells weird.
Mine does too.
Everybody just wants to smell.
Mine smells
normal.
like a mic.
Mine has no odor at all. I've got the clean one.
It's good.
Can I smell your mic? Yeah, it smells fruity. That sounds weird.
Can we all smell your mic?
Synthetic fruit, not like what a laugh.
Probably the Starburst that we had before.
Am I having a
Someone got like fruit by the foot.
Might
Juices
be.
on the mic.
Tom's like, can we just?
Oh no, I want to follow this through.
No,
yeah, I'm not cutting this out of the podcast.
To its logic.
This is
Sorry
going
to
in it.
everybody who's listening.
Nominally, it's a celebration of the alliance of the three houses, meant to mark their triumph over some undead horde or another few centuries ago.
Oh, right. This is written
Yeah.
like a maniac.
Yeah.
I remember now.
Celeste flicks her fingers dismissively. I suppose that's how they justify it being a masquerade as well. Macabre costumes to remember the enemy. But of course, it has little to do with that now, and is mostly an excuse to drink too much. Eat lovely food, dance, and gossip with the other important people.
Celeste, you done already started. You don't need the masquerade as an
Pre-gaming the
excuse.
masquerade.
She sighs. Did that sound cynical? I suppose it might. She swirls her wine in her glass and takes a sip. There's also the matter of the recent tragedies to befall the Fairfax family.
Yeah.
So I imagine that, in addition to everything else, it will be a memorial for Sonia and Philip.
Oh my god.
You know, the two people we failed to save.
Whoop.
Sonia was dead, but when we got
That's
That's
true. We
true.
failed to
Wait,
save them.
we're gonna attend the memorial service of the person that we let
But I
die.
like how she's
in a mask.
Because it's a masquerade, so we
Yeah,
don't
they
have to
won't
show
know
our
where they
faces.
Right,
Yeah,
they'll never
put
know
a
Soul
mask on
Garfield.
Garfield. Yeah, no one's
one will
gonna
know who
know.
I am.
I feel like the fact that they're like, yeah, it's a party for whatever. Like, we're gonna get turned and we're gonna dance. Oh, also, it's a memorial. It's
These
like I
two
don't
dead
think we're gonna
kids.
be
Yeah.
respecting those people very
Yeah.
much.
They were
It's an
teenagers and
Irish
children
wake.
that were
Their
dead.
bodies will be on the pool table.
That's and
Right.
we'll all wear masks of their death shrouds.
Oh,
Nice.
gosh.
I'm
Okay.
gonna peel off one of their faces
Well, yeah.
and eat it like a fruit snack. What are those called?
Fruit roll-up?
Fruit
Fruit by the
roll-up.
foot?
Yeah.
Yeah, fruit by the foot long.
Remember when you were
Right.
kids
Fruit
and you
roll-up.
cut eye holes out of fruit roll up and mouth hole and put it on your face like
Sure.
a mask?
Those are going to be our masquerade masks.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, and of course that will be politicized too. While poor Rochelle and Regina will just be trying to grieve. Celeste shifts in her seat and turns to you. My goodness, I'm being maudlin. I promise I will not be so morose this evening. It will be a grand time, I promise.
I don't want to go to this party. She makes me not want to go to this party.
Yeah,
She's
you're
apologizing
really-
for being like weird about there being two dead young people.
Yeah.
You're really
Like,
not
oh,
selling
I'm sorry
this.
for being depressing about the two dead kids gonna be there.
I have a feeling Celeste is going to be like I was when I was drinking, where I'd just be like in the mirror getting ready, so drunk, and then just never get to the party because I'd be so drunk that I'd fall asleep while
You,
doing
like,
my
get-
makeup.
You get like one leg in the pants and you're like, shit, now what?
Yeah, what do I do?
You're like, you got the other pant leg is somehow behind you and you're like, fuck this.
You know what would help? Another margarita.
Yeah, another drinky.
Just to focus me.
That
Just to-
couch looks real good.
Whoa.
Hi there, Mr. Couch. Yep. Let's schmooze you and I, and then
wake
you
up
just
at
fall
4
asleep.
a.m. and not know what time of day it is.
Yeah, be so thirsty. It's like, I don't even know. I'm so dehydrated.
afternoon?
All right.
Yay.
As she stands to go, Celeste leans in and grabs your arm. I think it's possible that Kyrick will try something at the ball tonight. Regina will have her guards there. But your presence would be more than welcome. I know I can count on you. Does she?
Honestly, that's
To be
like
fair.
her being like,
Sir.
Kyrick is gonna really fuck with somebody tonight.
Like a 30%
I
success
promise.
rate.
I feel like she's
Oh,
being
God.
sarcastic there too. I know I can really count on you.
Remember when you're the reason
Yeah.
that kid died?
You
Remember
guys.
when you let my fucking sort of kid die? The kid that I raised?
Remember
Anyway.
that, you guys?
Anyway, go get a fucking mask.
I'm gonna go take a nap.
With that, she
Just sleeps at the table.
after she
Face
falls asleep
right
on the
into
table,
her eggs.
she
Oh, yeah.
slips out of the swan and into the summer beyond.
Gets hit by a wagon.
If story point A6 is marked, it's not, right?
A6 is not marked.
Otherwise, read entry 5791.
You finish your breakfast and gather your things. As you do, you overhear Sapphire asking Jasper to go out. Okay, he's the sad single dad, right?
Yes.
Right.
Okay, just checking in. To go to the market and fetch her a few things. Today is a special market day in honor of the three lords' ball, she explains. It will be good for you to get used to the market street. And don't forget to buy mushrooms. Even if you don't like them, our customers do. They're good for the cooking. Okay, full and refreshed, you step out into the bright summer sun. This encounter is complete.
So,
Now
the
we should
thing-
go wander around looking
yeah,
for something.
we should go to the
no.
market street probably because it's a special
Okay.
market.
Does it say anything?
No,
We
it
can get
it
drugs
just
there.
says it's
Didn't
open.
we get like a stone of want or something?
Yeah, we did. The lodestone somebody has.
I
think
have
Jane
the
has.
lodestone.
Okay.
We stole it and then rubbed it all against our bodies.
I also have apples, beans, and big lizard fingernails.
We also need to return to the blacksmith because they should have a sword or something
Oh,
for us.
yeah.
Because we gave them a war rune.
Right.
Okay, 5500 is Market Street. Is that where we want to go, right? 'Cause
Yeah, let's go
Jasper's
get
going
some
there.
special Market Street stuff.
Okay, 5500 Market Street.
Ooh.
Okay.
We gotta buy some masks.
Okay, so
We
in
do.
this case, I have to do the day, right?
Right.
Okay,
it's
so
day
what
7.
Okay. The market row is full of carts and stalls, bright colors flashing in the breeze. Merchants and customers bustle to and fro. You see stalls offering wool coats and blankets, a leather worker hard at work on straps and buckles, with her wares hanging all around her. A fishmonger shrieks an offer for salted fish.
I'm sorry, it sounds like she's dressed like a Cenobite. Like straps and buckles.
Yeah, there's some weird,
Face
like, there's
pulled
some,
back
there's
with
some,
hooks.
Yeah, there's some
those
S&M.
little black clippy things for papers, just like on her cheeks.
Binder clips.
Binder clips.
I steal
thank
those
you.
from my office because I
Really?
use them for everything. Yeah. Fun fact about me. And a traveling butcher pushes past you with shanks of red meat dangling from a pole over his shoulder. Stalls groan. Oh, wait, is that on? I don't think groan is on
Stall
my
is
thing,
really
but it
groaning
should.
today.
I feel like they've used groan a lot. For a second, I forgot how to spell groan. Stalls grown with mounds of shiny red tomatoes and piles of melons in a variety of bright colors.
Yeah.
A merchant
Piles of melons.
wearing a
Melons
priest
bursting with fluids.
a merchant wearing a priest's vestments. Okay, why are you wearing a priest's vestments though if you're a merchant? Offers bottles and casks of wine made by the poor brothers of Vinyl's Vale. 2 cheese merchants side by side each proclaim their cheese is superior. Near the end of the row, a short man in a striped turban extravagantly touts his collection of potions and poultices beneath the sign reading Al Amir's elixirs. Oh, that's that
Oh,
guy.
That's the
who's
guy
the
that's
racist
problematic.
guy.
he's fake.
Oh,
Yeah.
He's doing a
the
fake
guy doing
voice.
the voice.
Yeah.
He himself is the racist.
He's doing a Rob
Yeah.
Schneider voice.
If story point A7 is marked,
I'm sure it's not.
You guys remember
It's
when
not.
Rob Schneider pretended to be Hispanic in that really bad
Ridiculous
comedy?
Six.
Several Adam
Yeah.
Sandler movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we just let it happen.
We just allowed
Then
it
he was
without
a
killing him.
Hawaiian
So it's
guy
not-
one time.
marked.
It is not marked.
I mean, there's tomatoes and cheese. We're like on the way to a lasagna.
And
We're like-
melons.
2/3 of the way there.
Yeah.
Tough fuck. I'm sorry.
Yo, we're
guys.
gonna fuck those melons.
It's
Why
been
do these
been
melons
a holiday
have
weekend?
holes in them?
It has been. No, we can make holes in them.
Yeah.
Use
As
your
you-
imagination.
I feel like
That's
a lot
the
of kids
joke,
have
Thomas.
fucked melons. Is that a thing? Am I wrong?
As you browse the stalls, a young human man in a crushed velvet half cape tumbles
Into
to the
it.
ground.
So into it already.
Dude, he's flies.
He's like Lando.
Tumbles to the
He
ground
is
in
like
front of
Lando.
you.
Oh shit.
He springs back to his feet and adjusts his cape carefully. I'll be expecting an apology, Belmont. Do we know a Belmont?
Is this street theater?
Belmonts
'Cause
are
if
one
it
of
is,
the
I'm out.
families. It's the Belmonts, Fairfaxes,
This is
Improv
some sort
everywhere.
of street theater. I'm not a
and
part
something
of this.
else.
You won't get one, Cunningham, sneers an equally young human
Cunningham's are
woman
the other ones.
in a burgundy riding dress with a duelist's sword at her side. You should have been watching where you were going. You glance around for guards, but the only ones you see are clear at the other end of the market row.
Wait,
and
why
not
do we
looking
give
in
a
your
shit
direction.
about
Fight!
guards? We have
Fight!
Yeah.
Fight!
we killed an entire population of goblins.
It's true.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like this is all historical trauma. They just bumped into each other and they're acting like
Yes.
some shit went down.
It is.
Montagues and
Those
It
are,
has
Capulets.
nothing
those
to
are
do
the
with
other,
anything.
Ooh, this is bad.
Those are the other two families for the county that
I
we're
was
in.
gonna try one
Twisted
of those. It's
mango.
not
What
good.
did you?
Give it a shot if you want.
What did
I
you
might get a little
think it was
lipstick on it.
gonna
That's
be,
fine.
though? Honestly,
Is it mango flavored or is it just Coke with a?
It's bad. It's just bad.
Yeah, it's. I mean,
It's
Can I
like
give
if
it a
let her
smell?
rip. Yeah.
It's like-
I'm
it's
not gonna
like-
drink it. I'm just gonna walk.
That's
It's
what
like-
my mic smells like in my head. That is the exact smell.
it's Coke,
It-
but with something wrong with
It
it.
smells like a Coke that someone like spilled some soap into.
Yes.
It's a cursed Coke.
Yeah, like some teen hair gel.
Ooh. Yeah, or
And a
like a
Coke.
Teen Spirit deodorant.
Yeah,
where you're
like a-
Some
well, who
teen
wants
hair-
to smell like the tropics? And their armpits.
I know what teen hair gel smells like.
So sorry,
All right.
Jane. Sorry, Jane.
We need to mark story point A7.
Oh, now it's
Oh,
marked.
no.
Perfect.
And then our options are to attempt to break up the dispute, which I don't want to do. We can browse Alamir's elixirs, which I also kind of don't want to do.
Yeah, we already did that.
We can attempt to steal some coins, which requires thievery. I think Martha Stewart has thievery.
She would.
Super does.
She would.
Yeah.
She does. Or we can leave the market. We're going to attempt some thievery.
We can't just watch them
Steal,
fight.
steal,
There's no like
steal,
let them
steal.
fight option.
Yeah.
I think
I do wanna watch
attempting
them.
to steal from them requires us to let them fight.
Okay.
I'm imagining just
All right.
getting in there real sneaky like. 8, 9, 8, 4. Now I'm stealing. Do I keep?
Yeah, read the
figuring out
read
the
read
stealing?
read the consequence
Yeah.
until you get to the next choice
Okay.
point, and then we'll pass it to Dave.
How am I sleepy?
8,
That's
4.
that's
Gotta
not
squirt
possible.
more meal.
Yeah, I might have to.
No, don't. He will die.
You gotta-
He'll disintegrate.
you gotta
His
boof-
body will turn to dust.
You gotta boof that Mio.
You gotta boof it.
Gotta boof it.
Yeah.
What is that?
Oh,
Butt chugging.
No.
Oh.
Well, depending on where you're from, it either means butt chugging or butt fucking.
Or
Both. It
that-
could be
or
both.
you guys,
That's
a
why that
drinking
phrase.
game, an innocent, cute drinking game amongst.
Wait.
The
Didn't you say it
devil's
was
triangle.
flatulence?
Yeah, he said it meant
the
farting.
Devil's Triangle is the drinking
Or the
game.
drinking game.
Boofing is
Is farting.
flatulence.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Sorry,
I'm gonna keep practicing
Sorry, Jane.
escapism here.
Sorry,
and steal some imaginary money from some imaginary characters named Belmont and
Cunningham.
Cunningham.
Who are wearing velvet.
They're rich people.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they can.
crushed velvet.
You let yourself drift through the crowd in the market street, sizing up the merchants and their customers. Soon you spot a few who you think might be suitably easy marks. If you have awareness or streetwise, I do.
Nice.
Read entry 9028. 9028. As you size up your opportunities, you also stay aware of the threats. What threats? Oh, 2 guards are wandering.
All right.
I mean-
the police.
Well, it just says the threats. So, like, I felt like maybe I forgot that.
Who
Right.
else would be threats to us?
2
Small
guards are
children who
wandering.
want to live. Sorry.
2 guards are wandering back and forth up the row in the back and in the black and white of the Lords of Dragonholt. Neither is paying attention, especially words. I can totally do them. I've had way too much caffeine, guys. Neither
right.
is paying especially close attention, but you make sure to keep their location in mind at all times. A bigger threat is the handful of private guards hired by the richer merchants, bored-looking men and women with weapons at their hips, and all the pity of hungry cats.
Huh.
What?
That's
Wait,
no,
sorry.
that's no pity at all.
Excuse me. Repeat that sentence. What?
A bigger threat is the handful of private guards hired by the richer merchants, bored-looking men and women with weapons at their hips, and all the pity of hungry cats.
Okay, so author, no, don't do that.
You give
Author,
these
you're
guards-
watching, right?
Here's a little note. Stop it.
Don't do that ever again.
You give these guards wide berth and bump into a red-faced trading factor arguing the price of wool, slitting his purse with a palmed dagger. Good job, Martha Stewart. Good job. A little later, you feign interest in a merchant's patter as she displays a few brass curios, and you dip your hand into her till. Yeah, Martha Stewart.
Wow.
You wander about finding or creating a few more opportunities to purloin valuables, then count up your earnings. You gain 10 gold plus an additional 5 for each of the following skills you have: agility, awareness, deception, performance, and stealth. I have not that
I
many.
think just
of those.
awareness, right?
Agility, no. Yeah, just awareness.
So 15.
Yes.
Nice.
Time passes, and
That-
this encounter is complete.
Hell yeah.
So,
That puts us up to 80 gold
Stole
pieces.
things.
Nice.
so like we are so wealthy already, and we are friends with one of the most, like, the president. I don't know, but we're still like stealing from like
Right, 'cause-
merchants who probably are a lot less.
'Cause we're bad
wealthy
people.
than us.
Here's the
We
thing.
are bad
Yeah, we're,
people.
The
we're terrible
last
people.
time I died, I lost the skill of empathy.
Right.
So you're doing a good job.
So what I'm wondering, I know we got to pick up that sword that we ordered, but the other thing is that we just marked A7.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how, like, when we first went to the market
Oh,
on day
yeah.
7, it was like, if A7 is marked, go to here, but we didn't have it marked. I don't know if that just means, like, oh, you're at the market and it's done.
It might. That was the families fighting.
Oh, okay.
Do we have anywhere else we need to be
The
going?
smithy. We haven't gotten our sword or
all right.
whatever back.
With a rune in
57,
it.
80.
Erin!
57,
Erin!
80, 57,
The rune that we got for me killing that fat goblin.
57.
I'm going to throw this in the trash.
I'll drink it.
Oh, you will?
Yeah. I'm a garbage person. I don't know.
Yay.
Honey.
Although he drank out of that Mio, so I'm still oh god, I'm not there yet.
Smithy. All right.
Smithy.
It's like one of those things where it's not bad, it's just weird, and
It's-
I'm
yeah,
curious
it's-
about it still.
It was a mistake to purchase. I
But you wouldn't have known unless
exactly.
you did it.
I was like, mango, that can't be bad, and it is bad.
Anything that smells like a shampoo or
Yeah.
like body spray or Axe, anything, I can't eat. And it's interesting, that's like a cultural thing, because like I know in like England there are like different gum flavors because like the cleaning products have gum flavor. Like gum flavors in the US aren't present in the UK because their cleaning products have that flavor, and people don't like to eat things with cleaning products. So I don't like the taste of coconut, because when I was a little kid we had coconut shampoo and stuff, so I'm like, this isn't edible.
Right.
Learning.
Learning.
That's why we don't
Learn,
have
you
blue
fox.
raspberry shampoo.
That's right.
I would use the
Fortunate
shit out of
thing.
blue raspberry shampoo.
All right, Smithy. At the
Wonder
end,
if you can like order custom blue raspberry shampoo. There are all those.
Probably.
there's probably. I mean, there's probably some shitty
There's
store that
custom
sells
shampoo
it.
places. Millennials have gone too far.
There's
They
probably
must
like
be stopped.
a Yankee Candle shampoo that just
Ew.
has every fucking scent.
All
right.
It'll you know what? Katie, in 10 years, we'll all be dead, so it'll work itself out.
That's true.
We'll all be poor and dead.
That would be fine.
My hair will be gone. They'll have shaved it off
We'll have to
I will have
sell our
sold it.
hair.
before I went into prison.
We'll have to sell our hair for potable air.
Right. Or it's all been singed off.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's many possibilities.
Wow.
All right. At the end of the market, row stands a low building with a gray slate roof and thick chimney. The smithy. The workshop portion of the building sports clapboard walls easily open to let in cooler air when the furnace is in use, while a brownstone annex hosts what you presume are living quarters, offices, storage, and other necessities of the smith's trade. A polished silver hammer hangs from a wrought iron signpost outside the front door inscribed with Dunwar characters. A bronze plaque is set into the wall with the same legend written in the common tongue. Oh, it's Fiore. Fiore, Brightmall Smith. If 5 or less time has passed today...
Yes.
It is?
Correct.
Read
One time
entry
has passed.
7743. A hot wind blows around you as you duck into the workshop.
Yeah!
The roar of the furnace is punctuated by loud clanging and the in and out breathing of the bellows. Is Storyport N1 marked, but R5 is not?
What? Sorry, I was making a hilarious joke.
If Storypoint N1 is marked, but R5 is not.
That's correct.
That is correct. 1640.
It's been so long.
Yeah, I
can't
think we're
tell
gonna
if
pick up
that's gonna
our
be a good
sword
thing.
or something.
I think it means the sword is ready.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Fiore is sitting on a bench not far from the front of the smithy, watching a blonde dwarf man hammering on a piece of red-hot metal by the forge.
She's muttering to herself, work it. Work it.
When she sees
Pound
you,
that metal.
she reaches for her crutch and hauls herself to standing. Welcome back, she says. It's finished.
Yeah.
She walks to the brownstone annex and pulls a key from within her leather apron and unlocks a heavy iron door. Wait here, she says, vanishing through it. A few moments later, she returns with a bundle wrapped in red linen under her arm. Get the door, will you? She says as she carries it to her desk.
Car outside.
She sets her crutch aside and unwraps the package, standing over the desk. I kept it simple, a classic thrusting sword design, full tang, of course, with a modest fuller. The haft is oak, wrapped in a calfskin leather,
Hell yeah.
and the pommel is brass. Bless you.
Right.
The crossguard is steel. The silver is just the outer layer. She holds the sword up and presents it for inspection. Between the gleaming blade and the polished silver crossguard, inlaid with gems, the whole thing shines with light.
Kevin
for this
Costner comes
sword.
in his pants.
Yeah. I don't know if it's a good idea to have a sword that, like, is a beacon.
Yeah.
That glows from within.
Yeah.
Well, that was
The
always the
sword-
problem with Sting, right? Where it's
Yeah.
like it glows when orcs are near. It's like, well, maybe I don't fucking want it to.
Yeah, exactly.
The sword, it's a talking sword that's like, I have a sword, I have a sword, I have a sword.
The real trick is the rune shard, of course. It's set into the blade itself, with the crossguard helping to hold it in place. There's some bright mall silver worked into the blade of the sword, which, you got me going on. I'm not going to reveal all my secrets. Suffice it to say, the sword will outlive you and any foe you wield it against. She takes a leather scabbard from one of her passing apprentices and offers it to you. Scabbard comes free. Use the sword well, my friend. It was a pleasure to make it. You gain the rune sword. Give me that fucking rune sword.
So we
Item
have this
N.
sword, and as it's been given to us, we've been told that it will outlive us. Like,
Yeah.
here,
They're
go
like, "This
into
sword's
battle
better
with
than
this
you."
thing. You might die.
You probably will die.
Not sure you can handle this
It's not
thing.
very sharp. It's very heavy, and you'll probably die wielding it.
Also, if I've learned anything from watching many episodes of Forged in Fire, you really can't add anything to the metal of the blade because it will compromise the strength of the blade.
Yeah.
So I'm not so sure about adding all of this silver into a steel blade.
We got a marked story point R5. Time passes. And I am reading entry 4422.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Fiore directs your attention to her stockroom, which is directly adjoining the workshop and filled with useful items. Trivets and nails and horseshoes, of course, but also swords, daggers, swords, daggers, coats of mail, a vicious-looking war hammer, and a wide selection of other implements of the adventuring trade. or I'm available for special commissions, of course. She is hitting on us. She adds, idly fondling her silver necklace.
Yeah, she's fond. Yeah.
Well,
okay.
Bozarth he's a journeyman. His rates are much more affordable than mine. She laughs. All right, we got a choice. So, wait, did I make a choice yet? I chose where to go.
I don't know,
Yeah.
but
That doesn't count.
That doesn't
I love
count.
Chris in the chat. He's like, man, I bet that magic sword would have really helped against, say, a dragon.
Or anything.
Yeah, I know,
probably.
man.
Yeah.
We really did not get this sword
Yeah.
at the right time.
Well,
So-
maybe we'll use it to kill that douchebag guy, Kyrick.
Uncle Kyrick.
I'm
Yeah.
sure it's really good at like slicing
Unky
off
Kyrick.
faces for masquerade masks.
So our options are purchase new equipment.
We've
which
already
we
done
can-
that.
Okay. Contract Fiora to forge a magical sword. Requires the war room.
We already did that.
Ask if there is anything you can do to help. That sounds lame.
We did that too, though. We killed the goblins for her.
Leave the smithy.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we've exhausted this option.
Getting the fuck out. This encounter is complete.
Did we figure out where the masquerade is going to be? Is it at the house?
I think it's at the house.
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does more time have to pass
So-
before we go there?
So we're out of the smithy. We got a
It has to get tonight.
we got a choice of where to go now.
We should probably try to get masks, right?
Yeah, let's go to the mask
Yeah.
shop.
Where's the mask shop?
Go to ye old mask shop.
Yeah.
Go mask.
Town hall? I don't. Or
Where
can
did
we?
Well,
say
I
it
mean,
was?
I don't know.
Did we ever ask?
I don't
No,
think she said.
she
No, we
didn't.
didn't.
Oh wait, should we go back to where we were and ask her again?
Okay, by
She
the way.
left.
She left.
Oh,
She might be
she
at
did leave.
the house.
Oh, so we never went back to because we had that option of I don't have a mask.
But we
Yeah.
didn't do it.
Yeah.
I
And then she
thought we
left.
would be able to. That's my bad.
And then we went to the market and stole money.
Can we just like go back and just?
I mean, she's probably day drinking in the library, right?
That's true.
That's a fair
Well,
assessment.
let's check for her in the library.
Okay.
If 4 or less time has passed today,
Uh-huh.
Yes.
read entry 2505.
2505.
2505. Oh, it's right here. The library main hall features tolerated desk underneath wimp, blah, blah. We already
What?
read this. It's a library full of tall writing desks and a window set in the ceiling and 4 walls covered in shelves full of books. Perched atop a stool at the writing desk is a grey-robed, grey-haired human woman splattered with ink. Her quill scratching as she carefully copies out another letter.
You get attacked by an octopus?
If it is day 1 and story point V6 is not marked,
It is
it's not day 1.
day 7.
Is it
is
day
day
7?
7.
Read entry 2012. 20.
You've passed it.
Shut up, Thomas. 2012.
I am rebuked.
The librarian casts. I'm doing this, guys. I'm committed.
Damn right you are.
The librarian glances down at you from her perch, then reaches out one hand and pets the grey tabby cat sleeping on a pile of books at her side.
You're just gonna pet Garfield?
No, a grey tabby cat? That's normal. Fucking
Oh,
normal.
shit.
Kill him. Kill him.
Oh,
Mail him to Djibouti. Celise is in the archives, she says, nodding towards the door behind
call.
her. So,
Celise is
Go
asleep.
talk to Celise.
join,
Taking a power
join
nap.
Celise in the archives. Read entry 7087.
Try to rouse her from a drunken sleep. She goes down there because it's cool and dark. It's a
Yeah.
nice place to sleep it off.
Did I
Yep.
say 70?
Good nap.
And they don't
spot.
check her bag when she comes in. She can just bring in all the airplane bottles she wants.
You make your way through the cramped shelves and through the archives and find Celise sat quietly, comfortably in a leather-pad chair. A book in her lap.
What?
A chair? I think
A
it was
low
a chair.
padded chair.
Yeah.
Sorry, got something in my throat, you guys. And find Celise sat quite comfortably in a leather-padded chair, a book in her lap, and more books strewn about all around her. Oh, you found me, she says without looking up. I couldn't abide all the commotion at the manor today, so I'm hiding here. If story point J1 is marked, read 6818.
J1 is not marked.
Otherwise, read 9568. 95.
68.
9568.
568.
9568.
That was amazing.
It was amazing.
Celise holds up a single finger. Before I forget.
Not hers.
No, she just like one second.
Just like she's
Just listen to me for a second.
She's got like a
She opens up one of the books and it's hollowed out and it's got a flask. In
Oh,
it.
yeah, for sure.
It's my best whiskey.
Oh, shit. Fire, yeah, she says, then stands and rubbish.
What?
Stands with much effort.
She stands with much effort and rummages through her bag, hanging from the hook, tampons falling out willy-nilly.
Just pills not in a
Pills,
bottle.
pills,
They're just
pills.
free floating.
pills,
Loose
yeah.
pills.
Pills, condoms, and tampons falling to the floor like snow. Here 'tis, she returns toward you, revealing a mask fashioned of painted leather to resemble a crescent moon. It looks quite expertly made. You gain a moon mask. Item H.
Item H.
Okay, one mask for 6 of us.
We all
We can all
tunnel behind
squeeze
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got our mask.
Yeah, we did. It's a fucking moon mask.
All right.
I feel like I know what that looks like
That
without
looks
looking
like the
at it.
Mac tonight, right?
Yeah, we're all
It does.
Just
Oh, yeah.
If you don't mind, I'm not much in the mood for company at the moment because I'm fucking
it looks like
wasted.
Mac tonight.
If you don't mind, I have to go
Boy.
shit out the rest of this liquor.
Oh shit! The rest of this fucking drink.
I accidentally took a pill too close to drinking. I'm very tired right now.
Jesus Christ! I'm fucking wasted. Going on.
The accent's changing.
To Australian a little bit, sorry. She pauses to take a drink from the goblet balanced on the table near her. This masquerade ball would be rather draining, so I'll just sit quiet and read quietly. You can join me if you promise to be quiet, you noisy fucks. So do we sit quietly? Oh wait, did I already make? I feel like I already made a
But it's
decision.
fine.
Do we sit quietly and read or leave Celise to her
I
studies?
mean, do we want to sit and fucking read?
Well, I mean, we are the
yeah,
kings
yeah.
of wasting time.
Yeah, we'll gain something. We'll gain, like,
We are the kings of Leon.
54, 86, we're gonna
Ah,
read.
gonna
We're gonna do it. It's a reading rainbow. 54, 86.
We'll probably like gain a skill or something.
yeah, we'll gain, like,
Knowledge.
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 54,
Take a look. It's
80.
in a book. A hidden flask.
You find an interesting book titled Folk Tales of the Fairy Peoples and settle in to read.
Oh, jeez.
The book is a collection of fanciful tales from a variety of sources.
That would be the fucking
Curated
book
with
we'd
the
land on.
patronizing indulgence of an educated uncle addressing his backwater nieces and nephews. What the fuck does that even mean?
Oh
What?
my god.
God.
Wait, what?
The book is patronizing.
Let
Like
me
an
repeat
uncle
this.
addressing
This
their...
book is a collection of fanciful tales from a variety of sources, curated with the patronizing indulgence of an educated uncle addressing his backwater nieces and nephews.
someone hates their smug uncle.
Right.
Yeah.
One particularly
Smug
And also their
Fucking
nieces
Uncle
and
Ted.
nephews.
Yeah.
One particularly arresting tale describes the second fall of the elves and the rise of darkness in the world, attributing to that time the appearance of humans, gnomes, orcs, and other races. The author describes the descent of each of these races from some animal touched by elven or demonic magic. Orcs, for example, the author claims are kind to the great gray juggernauts of the southern lands, made a mockery of humankind by demonic taint. What?
Demonic taint?
That's what
Yes,
I heard.
demonic taint.
Let's go with that demonic
Yeah.
Is this
taint.
like a fantasy Mein Kampf book?
This is
This is very
the
racist.
Tolkien Silmarillion is what we just fucking
Yeah.
picked up.
While gnomes are described as the rabbit of the burrow and the squirrel of the tree brought to lively life and laughter by the singing of the elves. Humans are not mentioned at all, and the text shifts tone and subject so rapidly you suspect that a large portion has been removed or even censored. Clearly, the details herein are not free from bias. You're reading too loud. We're reading out loud.
Holy shit.
We're all sitting
what is-
around.
It's
What a
just
reveal.
Like, it's just Garfield going like, the skull shape of gnomes.
This is like a phrenology textbook.
As you turn
Jesus.
the page in perfect silence. Oh no, she's hungover and then day drinking. So
It's too loud.
The sound of the page makes her want to tear her hair out.
Anyways, those stories are perfect drivel, she says. Mark 1 progress in academic study. No, it sounds like we should negate
Yeah.
because we just read like
racist text.
We
It's
read
a
like
eugenicist book.
Elvish Jordan Peterson.
Yeah. They're like squirrels and rabbits brought to life by magic. By singing.
Women are shrews that were sung to by elves. So time passes and this encounter is complete.
Okay.
I love that we just wanted to quietly read a book and it was like, this looks good.
And it's like, maybe
What the fuck?
maybe elves are get most CO positions because of biology.
It's like one of those books in the library that is self-published that you're like, did they actually catalog this, or did some person who wrote this terrible book just slide it
put
in
it
the
in there.
stacks?
Facts don't care about your feelings. Maybe gnomes were pieces of shit that were brought to life by magic.
At the end, it just says, "Debate me, you cowards."
Just looking at the books on the shelf. Ooh, My Struggle. This sounds uplifting. What? What is this?
It's been printed at Kinko's with the spiral bound on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've written 45 books. It's like, I don't know about that, man.
Where the hell do we want to go?
Got our
know.
mask.
And we-
so
Yeah, we got the masks.
So let's
we-
go scare some kids.
We can kind of just.
more apples.
Halloween.
Yeah.
I feel like there are books that we never got into of this. Like we never saw. We saw one of the catfolk one time and then never again.
Right.
We did all the books. We
Okay.
just didn't necessarily do all the right path
We
work.
just did everything
Pathways.
wrong and put ourselves in a position where we have a really not great turnout for ourselves.
It really feels like, considering that we're nearing the end, it feels like we should be doing stuff that isn't quiet reading. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
if we did it right, it would be
Sure.
building towards some big epic battle.
Right.
But instead, we're
just-
reading out loud in a library.
We're aimlessly wandering around the village until nightfall. Do we want to go get drunk? I don't know. Do we want to go to?
Yeah, let's
Why
go.
the heck not?
See the
We
swinging
haven't
couple
gone to the
that owns
Countess
the
Inn in a
pub.
while, and that one's.
Okay, let's go to the count.
Yeah.
No, the
Clearly
Countess
not-
Inn is the one with the daughter and the lady that married the old guy.
Right.
Ooh.
I feel like we're not playing this game correctly, so like we're being punished
Right.
with reading.
Oh man. Okay, the pacing of this story being good really relies on you having the same idea of how to do things as the author. That is a true
That is correct.
statement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She does like to tell. I'm sorry, I assumed she's a girl lady, but
It is a lady.
It is.
Yeah,
Okay.
didn't we look? I
We
think
looked
we
it up.
looked it
Okay.
up.
Yeah, we discovered this.
She does seem to like tell us how we feel, which really irritates me because like you don't know
Yeah.
how I feel about
Yeah,
a
no.
boy
She's
dying.
just the
Well,
dungeon
might be-
master.
The game is not complex enough to allow for multiple emotional answers, right? So yeah, it should, but
like
we
it
just
should be totally neutral in explaining we allowed a boy to die because I could be like,
oh
yeah,
hell
boy
yeah.
died.
Sorry, Doritos happened to the
Yeah,
table.
Where did those
Doritos.
come
Yeah,
from?
boy
Oh
died.
fuck yeah!
Jack.
Are those like regular? Or are they the spicy nachos?
They're regular.
Okay.
I really love that. You were playing all the right notes, just not in the right order. That's very sweet.
That's true. And we didn't play some of the right notes, to be
No.
honest.
We let a child die.
And we got our asses kicked by a dragon.
We sure did.
And
it
some
burned.
dogs.
It burned another village.
The boyfriendage is gone now.
Okay. The Countess Inn seems to have been overtaken by nobles and their retinues, with the usual patrons nowhere to be seen. Ursula still sits at her regular table, but now she is flanked by human nobles on either side. To her left sit the Cunninghams, tall, fair, distractible Lord Osric, and shorter, darker, formidable Lady Elena. To Ursula's right sits Count Leon Belmont, all roundness and bluster and bushy red beard.
Count Leon Belmont.
Leon Belmont!
Leon Belmont strikes me as someone who has poor circulation. I don't know why.
Well, they say he's like ruddy. So,
He also has gout.
oh,
Yeah, just like-
they all have gout.
Nephew, give me a rub.
They just-
rub my gouty foot.
All they do all day
just
is,
a liver
is
that's
sit
very
on
swollen.
cushions and
Massage
eat
your
game.
aunt's
true.
foot. It's
Yeah.
starting to feel a little numb and cold.
Go put the cream between my toes. The skin likes to split there.
My God. That was almost so grotesque that I almost stopped eating Doritos. So that's how you know
Almost.
how powerful it
My
is.
grandma ordered me and my brother to rub cream on her feet, and I wanted to die. I didn't.
No.
I'm
that's
still.
good.
I'm alive.
That sounds very traumatic.
Yeah. Continue.
Various servants, attendants, children, and kin cluster around the room at their own tables, all eyeing the table beneath the painted tree with interest. Okay, we can mingle with the nobles, get something to eat, deliver the letter to Ursula, which we've already done, or leave the Countess in. I'm going to say mingle with the nobles.
Yeah, let's mingle.
Me.
Fucking mingle. Let's network.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
We're the
mingling.
reason your
the reason-
cousin, nephew died? I don't know.
I mean,
Hey,
we
we
didn't
killed a boy, guys.
we didn't
What's
get
your
those
name?
we didn't get those business cards printed for nothing, man. We got to start networking.
Maybe some
our
rich guy
business-
wants to slum it.
Yeah.
And we can get some dick.
Our business cards
yeah.
just say boy killers.
Yeah, Kevin Costner says, somebody want to fall on this dick?
Whoops, I fell on this dick. Sorry. I think I spit Doritos somewhere. Apologies. It went flying.
That's all right.
Okay. The assembled nobles accept your presence, perhaps because Ursula seems to respect you. Their conversation continues with or without your input. We can ask a lot of questions. We can ask about Cunningham trade relations. We can ask about Belmont family history. We can ask about the regional partnership.
I want to hear about Cunningham oil ETFs. Yeah.
Trade relations.
Trade
sure.
relations. Trade relations.
Let's learn about import and export.
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
hear about your GDP.
Let's learn about a trade dispute. Let's get
Phantom
Phantom Menace up in here.
Menace.
What are your tariffs? What are
Guns
your
and butter and
tariffs?
spices. Give me that salt. Oh, Elena handles most of that business, drawls Lord
Oh,
Osric.
you fuck. Sorry.
Thankfully, says Elena, we have good relations with Dragonholt. We keep our tariffs low between the counties, and our merchants trade Haverford cheese, leather, and beer for Dragonholt apples, cider, and wool. And Rostam stone, puts in Lord Leon. Yes, your quarry is very nice, says Elena, when it's running.
Read that
Burn.
more sarcastically.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, your Corey
When
is
it's
Yeah, your
running.
quarry's very nice.
when it's running.
When it's running.
She's talking about his dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, your quarry's hard. Never.
It's like pushing rope. Small labor shortage is all, mutters Leon. These oafs will tell you that blood oaths and history keep our counties friendly, says Elena. I say it's trade. Let trade flow and peace will reign. 6062. She's got a good head on her shoulders.
Yeah. Tariffs are bad.
Yeah,
We don't want trade wars.
yeah. What's the point? Okay, we're back here. We can ask about Belmont Hamlet family history. We can ask about regional partnership.
I mean,
Fucking just go down the line. Belmont family
Yeah.
history.
We're just acquiring things that will eventually, hopefully, help us.
yeah.
In 1802, the Belmonts.
I'm just going to immediately leave if that happens.
Now the bean farm wasn't doing so good to counter the harsh winters.
Garfield just starts peeing on the table, making unbroken eye contact with the nobles. We Belmonts have a proud lineage, boasts Lord Leon, dating back to the Rose Knight himself, a younger son of one of the Penacor kings. But which one he'll never say, sneers Elena. That's Rish coming from a common-born merchant's daughter, rumbles Leon. Ooh, trouble in
It's
paradise.
down.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that one's birth is the only thing that matters, says Elena. Now, murmurs Osric, you're both pretty.
I mean, we have a book that they'd probably be interested in.
No, sweetie, and no.
Ursula snorts, then covers with a sip of tea. I believe you were discussing your family's history, my lord? Yes. We've been defenders of the realm for generations, always standing firm against the enemies of Terranoth. He frowns at Elena again. Some might suggest that order is kept through trade, but in fact it is strength at arms, and the loyalty of those swords that keeps the peace. And no one is stronger or more loyal than House Belmont. Now we can ask the last question.
Yay!
We can ask about the regional partnership. All 3 counties have been united for generations, says Ursula. Since the days of Countess Priscilla Belmont of Rostam, says Lord Leon. She led the 3 counties in the defeat of the Raven Horde. I think you'll find it was Countess Igraine's white sorcery that broke the magic of the Raven Priest and saved us all, says Osric. I was told it was Count Alex Fairfax of Dragonholt who orchestrated the alliance, says Ursula. God save us all from nobles and their pride, groans Elena. You're a noble now, dear, says her husband. She's certainly prideful enough, harumphs Leon. Harumphs. All right.
I like Elena.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She seems competent.
The rest are twats.
Yep.
And that's it.
Oh, okay.
We can leave the Countess in.
Oh.
Time passes and this encounter is complete.
All right.
Take the map. Take the map. York.
All right.
Dogs. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was.
They
We
were
went into an
guarding
ice
the
cave.
tomb.
Yeah. They were guarding the tomb of some hero. We did not beat them.
There's
We
a
did not get that
secret
treasure.
in this tomb, and then we died very much. A lot.
All right.
We died so much we had to leave.
Yeah, we died a
Well,
lot.
then
And
we
we're
got-
like,
we
we
got-
gotta leave.
Drunken Hog, which was the dive bar where we got in a fight.
Where we lost a fight.
Yeah, we got.
Yeah.
Where we got beaten up.
We could go to the apothecary shop, but I assume that Miriam
Oh God.
is
No.
there.
But see, I feel like that's our problem is that we avoided her so much that I think we.
What
That
if
might be a big-
Miriam
yeah.
is the killer the whole time? Shouldn't we,
I
in
fucking hope
case,
so. That means we'll get to
Kill
storm the
her?
volcano or something.
I
We
just-
are giving this author too much.
I love the idea that Miriam is kind of like the go-to for every exciting mission, and we've just been like, no, fuck Miriam.
I'm gonna go to the manor, I guess. 1400.
And that will remain our party line. Fuck Miriam.
I have this really bad feeling that Miriam is like a self-insert of the author, and like she doesn't realize how obnoxious she is. I'm sorry. I'm just worried. I'm concerned. It's a sisterly concern here.
Wait, so where are we going?
Bored it almost.
Well, now you'll smell like teen body spray.
They're a little bit on
Oh, well, never mind.
Wash this.
The Fairfax Manor is not accepting visitors at this time.
Well,
I
fuck
guess.
you.
I guess.
Maybe this is the universe's way of telling us to just go visit Miriam.
Is it Miriam?
Wouldn't it be funny if that like unlocked
I'm
the
gonna do it.
success, and then we just like back to back to back?
Yeah, we
just,
go
like,
visit
beat
Miriam.
everybody and like do everything we gotta do.
Oh, you guys want to tell me a story? I found this page in Carrick's diary, and also this magic sword that kills Carrick, and also these rings that
Also, look,
brings the dead back to life.
I'm gonna put time in reverse so you can go back and beat the dragon now. Save that town.
Oh, the dragon! I have this magic dagger that kills dragons.
All right. Day 7. Inside the shop, Miriam stands talking to a gray-haired woman by a rack of potions and dried herbs. Be with you in a moment, she calls. Then goes back to her conversation. A few other customers browse her shelves. It seems that Miriam's new business is succeeding. After a moment, the gray-haired woman pays for a small package, and Miriam rushes to her countertop to help the next customer. Entry 76.99.
I was kind of hoping her business would have failed by now.
See, that's what we get for being
Like, shouldn't they be on a
haters.
honeymoon or something?
Apparently. Yeah, right? She's like right back at work.
Yeah.
I don't know. They might have been like a mini moon, and then they're waiting for like
Oh, true. Yeah.
for like 8 months or a year to go to like Japan or whatever.
All right. The shop smells of warm herbs, with a metallic tang lurking beneath. Miriam gives you a
Blood?
Miriam gives you a friendly wave from her place by the counter as you look through the racks of potions, elixirs, raw ingredients, and supplies. We can either purchase some potions, offer.
Thanks, Alexa. Thanks so much, Alexa. No one said your name, but that's great.
Play Despacito.
Alexa, don't do a thing. I see that light.
Sorry, I still didn't get that. But here's something fun.
No, Alexa, nothing fun.
The Alexa interlude. Okay.
Alexa, buy 500 Diet Coke mango flavors.
She doesn't answer to you. What I like is that other people's Alexas are probably getting triggered by this too.
All right. We can either purchase some potions, offer Miriam alchemical ingredients, or request to use Miriam's alchemy equipment, which requires alchemy as a skill, but Martha Stewart has that.
I do.
I think we should offer her the alchemical ingredients because we have this dragon blood that we haven't used.
Yeah.
Did we get another mushroom too?
I don't know if we should waste that on soup.
I mean, we already got high with one mushroom, so
That's
if we
true.
have another one, she can use it to make other things. Hopefully, that will get us high. All right, so 96.18.
We get high.
Gonna get
At the mention of rare ingredients, Miriam's face lights up. Well, let's go see. Come, come, she says, and drags you through the door in the back wall to her laboratory. Racks of strange liquids bubble and boil against one wall. While the ceiling is hung with drying herbs. The long, narrow space has a sharp, tangy smell that isn't entirely unpleasant.
Okay. What is
It's
all
just
these
mostly
tang?
I know, there's a lot of tangy stuff this time. Miriam leads you to the workbench, well situated under the window, and mounts the stairs placed there for gnomish convenience. Let's see what you have, she says. We can either give her an unusual fungus or give her draconic essence.
Let's give her a fungus.
I don't know. I think draconic essence is.
I mean, we have the strange mushroom or dragon blood.
Oh. Let's give her the dragon blood.
Dragon blood. All right. 83,
Dragon blood.
39.
Because what are we going to do with it? I mean,
Yeah.
drinking it's not an option.
Drink it.
How did we get the dragon blood? It certainly wasn't from killing a
We
dragon.
negotiated with the professional wrestler brothers that were...
Right.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh.
And we got a dragon claw from the wagon.
Yeah. What? No. What? What? Says Miriam as you present her with the horn of dragon blood. Are you serious? Of course you are. Cook my goose. It's still warm. She takes the horn carefully and slips it into one of her racks for bottles.
What?
Cook my goose.
I thought you
it's
said
still
cook
warm.
my juices.
I mean, sure.
Boy.
I don't know if you knew this, but dragon's blood is a very potent ingredient for someone like me. She jumps down from her steps
Keep me hard for days.
and
I
starts...
have trouble generating my own lubrication.
Oh no. Yeesh.
Okay.
Some dragon's blood up in you.
I'm putting it in my vagina.
Yeah, that's what you want to do. Really fuck with the pH.
I'm putting it in my bone dry vagina.
So it's just like, oh no.
All right. Now she jumps down from her steps and starts rummaging through the cabinets against the wall, then emerges with several flat-bottomed glass flasks.
Flat bottom girl.
Straight proteins, obviously, but it also helps with chills. How could it not? And the horn you've got it in, I could use some fireproofing, not going to lie. I could use some fireproofing, not going to lie. She, whatever.
Sure.
She climbs back up and arrays the bottles neatly, then pulls the key from one of her pockets and unlocks a small steel box. She counts out a small stack of gold coins and presses them on you. Just a dozen different things I can do with this easily.
Pushes them against your skin.
I can't accept this as a gift. Here. And if you need any strength potions, they're yours at cost. We lose one dragon blood item.
Sure.
Mark story point L8.
Late.
We gain 100 gold.
Damn. We
Shit.
have 180 gold now.
We can give her the unusual fungus as well, the strange mushroom, if we have it.
Flat
I
bottom
don't. It's still in the cards stack, but I'm not sure if it's still actually in our inventory.
Because we ate one and then... Because we found one in the mine, and then we bought one from somebody too.
Right.
So, and we haven't eaten that one yet.
I appreciate that this game is considerate enough to give us multiple ways to acquire these mushrooms.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
really looking out.
So, do we want to give him the mushroom again, or do we want to? Because I don't think we can get any more skills or anything.
Yeah.
We can just get high.
Hash.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. All right,
Shrooms.
Give her that shroom.
Strange.
Entry 4455.
Shroom. Bum, 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 bum. What is it? I was on listening.
cool.
What if
44.
Braxton finds it, gets really
55.
high, and she's like, I put the
44,
turkey in the oven, and we're like, there was no turkey.
Ha.
And she's like, where's Miriam?
Yay! Okay. Oh, interesting, says Miriam, turning the mushroom
Ugh.
around in her hands. She holds it up to the light streaming in through the window, sniffs it, and touches it to her tongue. What the
Nice.
actual fuck? She says. I think this might be. The gnome clambers up to stand on her workbench, then stretches to reach a high shelf and pull down a book whose cloth binding looks tattered and moth-eaten. The previous occupant left his library behind. Lucky me. Let's see. Sitting cross-legged on the table in front of you, she flips through the book until she finds what she's looking for. Aha! This is a goblin cap mushroom, also called a death's flower, also called spirit of the wind mushroom, for some reason. The punctuation in that sentence is fucking garbage. She filches a scrap of ribbon from her pocket and uses it to mark her page in the book, then closes it and sets it aside. The good news is I can also render it down to an especially potent tincture useful for speed and agility potions. In fact, with this one mushroom, I should be able to brew enough for a few batches. She stands again and places the mushroom in a clay dish on another, slightly lower shelf. You lose one strange mushroom, and mark story point S4.
Got it.
Thank you for this. Once I'm done brewing up a batch, you can have as much as you like at cost. Fucking, she can't just give us. Everything's
She's got to
like,
give it to us at cost.
So saying, she climbs
We're
back off
giving
her
her
workbench.
things.
Yeah.
Okay, so we gave her the dragon's blood already.
Yeah.
So about. Take your leave. Time passes. This encounter is complete.
Nice.
I think you should probably pick a
Yeah.
since you just got.
Okay.
Here go to Matt. And this is our last little bit of time before the masquerade.
Yeah.
Until we all die in some horrible tragedy at the masquerade.
I hope so. It's the last. It's the last thing.
We have a murderous uncle going around killing everybody to get the throne. I think we should have a masquerade where you can't tell who anyone is.
So what the fuck should we do?
No.
Pick apples.
Okay, well, so Fairfax was not taking folks, but maybe
I think we should pick some apples.
accepting customers.
Apples.
Apples,
Okay.
apples, apples.
I mean, we could go to the orchard,
pick some apples.
as we've been wont to do.
I don't want to pick apples, but I do want to talk to those dead people trees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ghost trees.
1120. Okay. We're back at the fucking orchard. Haphazard rows of apple trees sprawl west and north of the village, heavy with sweet red fruit. The trees are twisted and only somewhat tame. Their older and thicker branches propped up by wooden poles and ropes. Here and there a dangling charm, carefully
Nice.
placed monument. I forgot they were graves. Sorry. Or a carved message adorns
Fine.
the
They're
tree.
sexy graves.
Okay, if 5 or less time has passed today.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
We're at 5 time.
Yay. Read entry 2447. Okay. Workers walk the rows of trees, some carrying sacks, others ladders, and still others shears and saws. The orchard foreman, a human woman with skin as brown and wrinkled as an overwintered apple, approaches you.
Right.
You here to pay your respects, or are you looking for work?
Pay respects.
So, what do you mean pay respects? Is one option. Here to help with the harvest is another. Came to visit the spirits. That's what you want to do, was talk to the people.
Talk to dead people in trees.
Does everyone agree? Came to visit the spirits?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe we can talk to the boy we accidentally let die.
Can we talk to
Yeah.
the dead boy?
Okay, wait.
What's up, dead boy?
4. Oh my god.
My dead dudes.
The foreman nods. No one's working out on the western side of the orchard today if you want some peace and quiet, she says. Then she leaves you to your thoughts. If it is day 4, it is not. Otherwise, read entry 3120.
I remember. I think day 4 is when we
got
found
yelled
the,
at.
the lady morning.
Rochelle
She
yelled
yelled
at
at
us.
us, rightfully so.
Oops.
Although on the other hand, we didn't owe anyone a boy.
That's true.
We brought back the body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
We didn't leave him in a cage.
Didn't have to do that.
Could have left him there.
Great personal expense.
You
He
walk.
was heavy.
Have you ever tried to carry a dead boy? It hard.
I mean, he weighs a lot less now. so.
It's true.
Oh no.
You walk among the trees, reading wooden placards proclaiming names, birthdays, dates of death, and other details of those interred in the orchard. Here and there, a memento dangles from a cord on a branch or rests in the bole of a tree. After a while, the calls and sounds of the orchard workers fade away. The drone of crickets and the singing of birds combine to make the grove feel like another world, a place removed from who and where you once were. What? A place removed from who and where you once were. Sentence.
Who and where you once was.
Yes. You pause beneath an enormous tree, one twisted and gnarled with age. There's a mound of recently turned earth between its roots and a silver circlet fashioned to resemble two dragons pursuing one another.
Is that boy grave?
I'm sure it's Boygrave.
Nailed to the trunk of the tree.
I smelled boy grave.
Let's dig
For a
him up.
moment,
Dig him up. Just Garfield's like a cat, like digging, like.
Takes a shit.
Takes a
and then-
shit
yeah.
right in the grave.
for a moment, you think you see a woman standing next to you, gazing sadly at the tree just as you are. But when you turn your head, she is gone.
Oh, shit.
It's
Ghost lady.
Sophia, right? Or
girl,
Sophie?
yep.
Mark 1 progress in spiritual meditation.
Which we're like,
It's already
Maxed
full.
already?
aren't we? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're missing so much.
Time passes, and this encounter is complete.
Yay.
Okay. Well,
You
we
know what
didn't
it-
find
Shit.
dead ghost
You know what it's
boys.
time for, Dave? It's time for the masquerade!
Masquerade.
Read entry 6882, Dave.
6882.
It's called Paper Faces.
Ooh.
Paper Faces on parade.
That's good.
6882. Somewhere a bell rings, and music begins to drift through the evening. Villagers and nobles wearing their finest clothes emerge from the inns and taverns and homes of the village and begin to stream toward the manor house.
Yeah.
The masquerade ball has begun!
I feel like the music lilting out is like, to the left. Take it back now, y'all. 2 hops this time. Just coming out of it.
Teach me how to Dougie. Teach me how to Dougie.
Our music is produced by Chris Corlew. You can follow him on Twitter at @thecorlew, CORLEW, and find more music at shipwreckedsailor.bandcamp.com. Our artwork is produced by Justin Brown. You can follow him on Twitter at @JustinTBrown, and find more of his artwork at artnessbyjustinbrown.com and justinbrown.info.